All right, let's get this party started. Okay, you guys. This is going to be a fun one, and you're not going to have to take too many notes, but I would have a pen and paper handy. There's always, don't trust your fortune to your memory, right? One of our early mentors used to tell us, don't trust your fortune to your memory. So do have a pen and paper ready, but it's going to be a fun one for you guys. Less note taking and more, probably lots of smiling and maybe some FOMO. I'm thinking, yeah, definitely some FOMO. Um, 15-minute power training Zoom for April 29th, 2026. And look, guys, we're in the fourth quarter here. This is the end of the month. It's time to rank up, bank up, right? More impact, more income, more freedom. I like what Cynthia where she coined the term contribution income. If you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get what you want, right? So more impact, more income, more freedom, rank up, bank up. In the end of the month like this, last 2 or 3 days, we are massively focused on volume. And why are we massively focused on volume? Because we want to help everybody rank up, right? So how do we help everybody rank up? How do you rank up? The easiest way and the fastest way that Cynthia and I have found to rank up in network marketing is to go look at your organization and find as many people as you can help get to the next rank, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about ranks. We're going to talk a little bit about compensation. Okay. But we got some really cool stuff to share with you guys tonight. Everything rises and falls or falls on belief. You've heard me say this before. I've said it many, many times on training. Yes or yes? You've heard me say this. Everything rises or falls on belief. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is if your belief isn't big enough, you won't do what you need to do. Jay calls it do the do, right? If your belief is not big enough, you will not do what you need to do to achieve your goals, to have success, right? If your belief is not big enough, you'll believe the lies that your brain tells you, which is you can't achieve that. You can't do that. Everyone's going to tell you no, right? So we need to focus on our own personal belief. How do we do that? We've talked about this on trainings before, but you just can't overstate how important your belief is. Okay. Jay Dollywall said at 6:33 p.m. and it's 7:06 p.m. right now. So this was under half an hour ago. In a private group we're in with Jay, he said, I'm done playing, y'all. If the CEO that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, did you guys know that Jay made his first $60 million at age 28 or 29? Did y'all know that? And then by 33, he was virtually broke again. And then by 38, he made like $300 million. Did y'all know that? Well, if someone like that, that's smart enough to invent the super patch technology, I would just challenge you this. Let's talk about belief for a minute. How many people do you know or that run in your circles, right? How many people do you have the cell phone number for? Think of the contacts in your phone. Think of the people you've ever met and that you know that you can call or text or reach out to that is smart enough to invent super patch technology. How many people do you know that you have in your sphere that's that kind of smart? Well, there's probably not too many walking the planet. So I doubt if any of us have that kind of person in our phone, although we do have Jay in our phone. Proud to say that and call him a friend. But when someone like that says, after making almost a half a billion in their first 36-month venture, when they say, I'm done playing, what do you think that means? Do you think that means your belief ought to be through the roof? Like this guy ain't messing around. Let me, let me, how many of you guys have heard of Forbes? Anybody raise your hand or throw something in the chat if you've heard of Forbes. Forbes? You heard of Forbes magazine? Yeah? Okay. Watch this. You ready? Hope you guys are ready. What does that say at the very top? Does that say Forbes.com? This is Forbes magazine, just came out, hot off the press. Super Patch CEO on redefining health without pills or injections. If this doesn't give you belief through the roof, I don't know what's going to give you belief through the roof. But listen, this shouldn't only give you belief. This ought to make you have a little FOMO, because the world, how many people you think going to find out about Super Patch through this little article right here in Forbes? How many people you think read Forbes? Is it a couple of thousand or a couple million? I'm thinking like a couple million, right? This is one of the biggest, most notable publications on earth. And there's an article right there for Jay talking about Super Patch. Okay. Now watch this. Sports Tech Today, another publication. The technology of touch. Super Patch uses VTT to unlock your body's potential. Here's another article. A mission to find a better way. Growing global wellness leader, right? Now watch this. The Silicon Review. This is a Silicon Valley publication, you guys. Super Patch, turning original intelligence into a global innovation. Are you guys seeing this? A different kind of question from tech systems to human systems. This is the idea that sits at the epicenter of Jay Dollywall's work as the founder and CEO of Super Patch. He built a company around a concept he calls original intelligence. Got people I need to let in. Original intelligence, a simple way of describing the natural ability of the human body to function, adapt, and respond when it's supported in the right way. So the Silicon Review, Sports Tech Today, Forbes.com. How much more belief building blocks do you need? I think your belief's going to be sky high after seeing this, and we'll share these links so you guys can go read the full articles. But here's what I'm here to tell you. Opportunity waits for no one, including me, including you. Here's what happens when Jay starts hitting these major publications where millions of people discover Super Patch. They start going and ordering it. And here's the problem for you. You're either in CapEx and you're getting a piece of all of it, or it's bypassing you. Because when someone finds out about Super Patch, anywhere from someone on your, except for on your team, other people make money. When your team finds the people first, right, and brings them into the fold, brings them into the genealogy, when they order their product every month, you get paid. Okay? You get paid. But if you don't get paid. Guess what happens when a company becomes well-known and branded, becomes a household name? That means your market share, your potential market share for you and your team are shrinking. We are losing ground every day that we don't grow our business. So while we're sitting around thinking about or getting ready to build our business, success is waiting for no one. It's just going to pass us by if we don't do our part. So while it builds belief, it ought to build some FOMO. Let me show you what else. The Super Patch compensation plan. How many of you guys have done a deep dive on the Super Patch comp plan? Yeah, some of you. Everybody needs to get familiar with the comp plan. Why does the comp plan matter? Remember what we started out this training with? We started out with rank up, bank up. Remember, we're at the end of the month. We're going to help people rank up. If you don't know how to get to your next rank, how are you going to teach your people how to get to their next rank? For real. I don't care if you have 0 people on your team today. You need to know how to get to the next rank so that when you do have people on your team, you can teach them how to get to the first rank and then the next rank, right? Because the name of the game at the end of the month is helping everyone on your team get to the next rank. That means customer volume. That means rep volume. Doesn't matter. Kits, smart ships, customers, doesn't matter. Volume's the name of the game when it comes to rank up, bank up at the end of the month. Just get that volume. Now, I don't know if everyone should know this that's been to superlikeneverbefore.com/launch. They should know that there is a link, superlikeneverbefore.com/comp, and that's where you'll find this comp plan document, and you can download it, and you can find the comp plan video. Has everyone watched this 18-minute?
Welcome to this short video on the Super Patch compensation plan. How do we get paid? The information we'll go through today together is all found on this one-page compensation plan at a glance. You should have this printed out next to you to go along and follow along this quick video. There's a lot of information packed into one. If they pay $69, you earn $25. 60 days to achieve this, and that rank qualifications. And when you personally enroll someone with the quick kit at $300 commissions. So when it means that you have a person.
So you guys, look, I'm skimming through it. I want you to go watch it because we could eat up the whole, all of our training time just on watching this video together. And I'm fine doing that if that's what it takes to get you to watch it. But go to superlikeneverbefore.com/comp, COMP, and watch that video. If you haven't seen it, it's your homework for the night. Watch it. Why? Watch it. 2 things. You know how to get to your next rank. You know how to help someone else get to their next rank. And you know how to make money, right? And what else did we say? Everything rises and falls on belief. When you see how the money works, your belief in being able to turn this from a part-time to a full-time will go through the roof once you see the money. You guys, you gotta, this is mandatory. This isn't optional. You have to do that. So a little summary. Jay's featured in Forbes magazine, just hot off the press. Also featured in Sports Tech Today, also featured in the Silicon Review, and we'll drop all these links. And we're talking about belief. We're talking about your personal belief. We're talking about we should all have a little bit of fear of missing out, because if you don't, I promise, if you're not a little bit worried you're going to miss this, you're going to miss this. I'm just saying, I've seen it happen way too many times. So we do all this training on the calendar doesn't lie, rate of exposure, putting brand new people in front of the information, because all the busy work, all the things that keep you really busy, that make you feel accomplished, don't make you money. You know what makes you money? Eyes and ears on the information, new eyes and ears on the information. That's what makes you money. So guys, this thing is going. I don't know if you guys know, but there are radio ads running. There's a 16-story billboard in Times Square running Super Patch ads 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. There are television ads that have been recorded that aren't running yet. They're coming, featuring Jay Glazer from Fox Sports. Okay, well-known figure. This thing's going. I'm going to go back real quick. I want to go back. I want to end with this. That's about a half hour ago, Jay Dollywall said, "I'm done playing, y'all." And that's when he dropped the links to those magazine articles, those publications. And when he says I'm done, he never says I'm done playing. That's like new for Jay. He's serious about growing his business, but I'm just telling you right now, for him to say that, what I just showed you with those 3 publications is nothing compared to what's coming. It's coming. So if I were you, I'm not you, but if I were you, I would get out and talk to some new people, get them in front of the information, and let's go. All right, you guys, that's going to be a wrap for me for tonight, and we will see you on the next one. Everybody have an amazing evening. Cheers.
Ask Cynthia if we can send this information to
My heart, and does it feel you rose to claim it? It was dark, and I was away until you kissed my lips and you saved me. My hands, they're strong, but my knees were far too weak.